Good morning, everyone. My name is Suresh Kumar. Uh, I'm currently pursuing my BTech degree in CSE, Computer Science and Engineering, in the prestigious College of NIT Raipur. My roll number is 221150003. I'm here to do an introduction of myself. So let's begin. I'm the youngest son of my family. Uh, my elder brother is 2 years older than me, and he is currently doing hotel management in the Institute of IHM, Indian Institute of Hotel Management. He's currently doing an internship in Germany. Um, my father, he currently passed away like 1 year ago, April 2022. Um, he used to work in a private company overseas, Dubai. And my mother is a teacher. She's a teacher. I would like to begin with my primary education. It was it persisted in be I did my primary education in Delhi private school, Dubai. Um, I did it from my primary education over there lasted from KG1 to grade 4. It was quite interesting over there. Um, won't lie. I don't really remember much about that time, but all I just remember glimpses. My first day was to school, to my primary education, like KG1, I believe. I didn't do nursery over there because I was able to read and write before. So KG1 began, and my brother used to go to the school before itself. So I used to just be behind him. Um, I was scared at that time, like totally scared, mortified. So I would be like, I don't really want to go. I don't want to attend anything. That's what I told my brother. So he was like, he was loving. He understood my pain because he went through that. And my mother had to deal with it, but now he had to deal with it. So he knew methods. I don't know. He just took me to my class, sat me down on a bench, and then said some words that I don't really remember. Uh, but that calmed me down. And then my classes went, and I remember coming back to my mom and saying that it was a very that day scared me. I don't really want to attend the school again. Uh, but I did. I had to attend, as you all know, and I started attending my classes in a routine, and it became a habit for me. I remember waking up always. My father would dress me up. I would be watching some cartoons. I don't know what I would watch. I would watch some Power Rangers. And my father would be dressing me up, and my mother would be making my tiffin. And the bus would come straight in front of our house, and we would just climb on the bus and then go for the classes. It was a routine. It was a routine for us. Um, I'll have to. My favorite teacher would have to be my mother. Would have to be my mother. She was actually my teacher, my English teacher in Dubai, like in my classes, in classes 3 and 4. So she can count as my teacher. She really taught me a lot. She, as mothers do normally, they teach you a lot in life. She helped me a lot in this process of grieving. Also, after my father passed away, she was there, and I had to stand with her whole period. She was stronger. She was really strong, and that taught me a lot. I have to be strong too, steadfast at the very least. Staying in Dubai is kind of different. Um, there's like a Thai community in our area where we live. It was Motor City. We used to change our houses in the beginning a lot, like Gisays to Motor City, and then I don't know. I There was a Thai community of Indians at that time. Nowadays, it's there's the whole Dubai is filled with Indians, but then there were not really that many Indians. So my friends at that time were a bunch of European kids. Some were kind of racist, but there were a few who were really kind. They helped me a lot. Um, we used to play a lot, like some like I don't know, football. We used to do a lot of football. We used to do skating. We used to just roam around our colony a lot. Uh, by the time I reached high school, I had to shift. I have to come back to Bhilai. This was where my parents originated from. Um, they are actually Malayalis. We are all from Kerala, but my parents used to live in Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. Um, we had to come back here over here because my grandparents were kind of sick, so we had to take care of them. So me, my mother, and my brother, we came back over here, and we have we came back over here, and my father stayed over there itself in Dubai to continue his work. I started my middle school, my high school, in DPS Bhilai, Delhi Public School Bhilai. It was it was a strange day for me because not many people were like me. I spoke in a weird accent, and over there, a lot of people spoke in Hindi, and I was not really adept in Hindi. So it was kind of a hard thing to converse with them. But the teachers were really nice to me. They were kind. They were patient with me. Uh, I remember the the end exam. I got my result, and I was like, I had A plus in A grades in every subject, and my Hindi had like a C grade, and I was like, well, that was bound to happen. I didn't really have proper friends in my first year back in Bhilai, but then slowly uh, I advanced my communication in Hindi, made a couple of friends in the neighborhood, and like when you in class 5 we were in a different school, so when we advanced to grade 6, the whole the whole class would be changed. Students would be going to different sections, so that was a really difficult change for me. So I had to lose all my current friends and make new ones. And new ones were interesting. Like my classmates were interesting and didn't really connect with them all that much. And my class 6 and 7 and 8. Then after 8th, you would again in ninth actually you would change your classes again, and the students would be distributed in different sections. Of course, you would choose between a subject or subject Hindi and Sanskrit. So if one you choose, you go to that type of section, and the students will be distributed in that. My class 6, 7, 8 were simple enough. They were my 6, 7, 8 was simple enough. They consisted of me just being a quiet student, listening to my teachers, and being coming out with my friends. I just remember in those days, those years, I used to play a lot, like as all kids do. I used to play a lot of cricket, a lot of football, all the time. I had a correct time actually. Uh, like for 1.5 hour, 2 hours, I would be playing in the evening, and the rest of the time I'd be at home helping my parents or doing other stuff. I had multiple hobbies at the time, and still do. And I would be indulged in them. So after eighth and ninth, this classes again changed. That's where I found my best friend at this time, the Panshu, and that was also interesting time for me. I was also getting interested in other stuff. Uh, Most of the time, the friend groups that I have were of different cliches, so I would be changing my cliches all the time. I'd be interested in different stuff, thus changing my friend groups all the time. But after ninth, I found the stuff that I was interested in. Um, like my ninth passed away, and I really didn't know what I was interested in. I kept on thinking I would take on biology, become a doctor and stuff. But then when 10th came by, I was like, okay, I really don't want to do med. So I was interested. I was already doing some coding. Was not really that into coding, but was interested in the gaming aspect of coding, like how games produced, how they were emulated, and stuff like that. So I still did that stuff. I still didn't know if I wanted to do coding. So at the time in my 10th grade, that's when you choose your uh, what do you want to take on, like maths or biology. So then my board went as it would. I took maths and continued my classes. At that time, the COVID came by, so it was kind of hard, like to just suddenly stop doing anything, everything, and just sit at home. But that also gave me enough free times to do a lot of stuff. Most of the time, I would waste my time, but some of it would be interesting. I wasted my time also in making a novel with my friends. We completed half of the novel and then we all gave up. So that was interesting. I went for jogs. I went for runs. That went, that that was like a life changing time for me. During the exams also, I didn't. I wasn't stagnant about in that stuff. I went for runs. I did bunch of push ups, workouts. Studied a lot to cope up the time that I couldn't study in. My boards went well enough, and then I had my J mains, and I had like 1 month to prepare for it properly. So I kept on thinking of my father. I prayed multiple times to my father. Or every day I used to pray to my father and just sit studying. Um, I just it was like it was a weird time for me because I just remember being emotionless. I didn't really eat properly at that time because I was scared if I won't achieve anything at the time, if I won't get a rank, I would not be able to help my family as I have no father. So I locked my room, I ate just a little bit of food every day, and would study all the time, solve question papers, and it was it was a weird time for me. But then I did my first attempt, but still not sure if it went well. So I found different. I was looking for different colleges to get into private colleges. But then I saw my result. I received 98.7 percentile in the first attempt, general rank. So I was shocked. My mother was also shocked, and she was like, "Okay, what's going on?" All I remember was that I was um, happy with the result, and I feel like I made my father proud with that result. He really wanted me to get a good percentile in my J means, and when I did that, I feel like my father would be smiling down from heaven. So after getting my rank, I still did second attempt. The second attempt didn't go as well as the first. I received 96.2 percentile in that. So I I received a seat in this college in the branch of CSC, Computer Science and Engineering. So I took it as it was nearby my home, as I live in Bhilai and Raipur is close by, so 30 kilometers. So I took this so that I could be closer to my mom, and if anytime she needs help, I would help her. Well, all I know is that life is a struggle, and we must work hard and push forward to achieve something in life. And that's what I did. It was a battle for me, it was an experience too. And I want to keep moving on with the same thought in my head for the rest of my life. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure to introduce myself. I would like to thank Mr. Anup sir for allowing me to do an introduction of myself. Thank you all.